Welcome to Defcon Sports Chat. I'm Vern.
I'm Vic, and welcome to Defcon Monday, the Defcon Rugby show on a Monday, Vern. Always interesting because we get to do the results from the weekend.
It was a nice, easy weekend for us. No skin in the game. It was just watching and enjoying rugby. It was nice.
No, the closest thing I got to South African rugby was thinking of a Boerewors.
Yeah.
Because, no, there were some good South Africans played well. Thomas du Toit played well. Some of them played well, you know. But no teams in there, you know. It's a sobering experience.
It was quite, how do you call it? Entertaining.
Ooh, you were entertained.
Well, I was.
Well done, Maximus. There you go. You're entertained. You're entertained. So that is what's coming. Well, that's what's coming up today. Investor Cup, Challenge Cup, Super Rugby. We've got to talk URC coming up. Big games this weekend. Top 14 Premier League coming up this weekend. Japan League, Six Nations, and a monster weekend in Sevens Rugby as well. So we'll switch it over there. Defcon. I think it's more like Defcon 4 today. I think.
It's chilled out, Vic.
Huh?
It's Defcon 4, definitely.
Defcon 4. It's more like, you know, let's chill out and see what happens. Not a major problem. Guys, don't forget always, because we are doing so well, keep on liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification button. Pass on the word. Fantastic. If you want to get hold of us or send us pictures or stuff like that without Vic deleting them, Vic and Vern sportchat@gmail.com. We'll blame it on the server. Blame it on the rain. There you go. Now, I was almost going to say something, but no, don't worry about it. So, let's have a look. Let's get straight into that Investor Cup weekend that we had. Look, good weekend of rugby. You know what? No South African teams, but I got to say, the quality of rugby was phenomenal.
It was very good. I mean, that Bath Saints game, when you did that one, that was amazing. I mean, come on,
that Bath Saints game was a funny game because Saints were so dominant at the beginning, right? But then their arrogance, and there's one person for that arrogance, got to them. That little blonde bitch thought he was better than everybody else, doing his keep your mouth shut and doing this to the fans, upping the fans, and then he gets a yellow card. Did you read what the English newspapers were saying? Oh, it was an unjust red yellow card. All the pundits said it was a yellow card, but no. He was the best player on the pitch. He was the superstar, and then they unjustly sent him off for the yellow card. He got the shit tackled out of him. He wasn't the best player on the field. The best player on the field was Thomas du Toit when he came on, and Finn Russell was sensational.
Finn Russell's mustard, man.
Now there you go. But look, it was a big win for Bath. 43-41. That sets him up with Toulouse, with Bordeaux, who beat Toulouse 30-15. We did that game yesterday. Toulouse should have never lost that game. It was disciplined, man. I thought I was seeing the South African team the way they were undisciplined.
They had a red card, a 20-minute red card there, and they had a yellow card from Anton Dupont.
The yellow card was
they were actually quite cruising there before they got the card.
The yellow card for me was iffy, Vern. Iffy. The red card, I didn't have a problem with the red card.
No, the red card was...
The red card was... Aldaguer was just plain French dumb.
Stupid.
I mean, he had brains like a baguette today. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
But then at the end, Bordeaux just overpowered them.
Well, I mean, look, you know, the whole world talks about Dupont. Fuck Dupont. Lucu was the man of the match. Lucu was running the show. Lucu outshone Dupont on every metric.
I have to agree with him. And he still kicked.
And he kicked better than anything that we have with Marnie and Sasha. You know, I just got to put it out there again. They got scrum halves that kick better than any fly halves we have.
I must say, the French and the New Zealanders have the best scrum halves in the world.
They're blessed, man. They are very blessed. They are very blessed. Then the other semi-final, Warriors losing to Toulon. That was an upset for me, I think.
I was pretty sure Warriors are going to win that one.
You know, at home on the great plastic pitch that they have, I actually thought they were going to do it. We all knew Leinster was going to dominate Sale Shocks. Also, look, I'm not one for excuse and stuff like that, but Sale Sharks are really decimated to injury this year. They've had one of the worst injury records there, so it was never a competition.
No.
I still got Bordeaux taking on Toulon in the final. I think Toulon will beat Leinster.
Bordeaux against Leinster.
You going for Leinster?
Yeah,
I always knew you were a little Irish leprechaun. Yeah, that's it. That's because you're a leprechaun. I knew it. So let me tell you, this is how it looks, boys and girls. That is it. The road to Bilbao. So Bordeaux will take on Bath. That's kind of like a final almost. And Leinster against Toulon. You going Bordeaux, Leinster. I'm going Bordeaux, Toulon. Can I say that?
You can.
Okay. Then there was the second division of this competition, the Challenge Cup, where there's also no South Africans in. That Ulster one kind of surprised me. Ulster there. I heard Werner Koch played well.
But listen here, Ulster play well at home. They're a good side up there in Belfast, man.
A good win there against La Rochelle. Montpellier destroying Connacht. Then Tebre, a tight one against the Dragons of the two, how do you say, bottom feeders in the URC. They're more, they're like whelks. They're bottom feeders. They're like catfish. And then a good game there, Benetton. That surprised me that it was that close. I thought Chiefs would have beaten them easily.
I think the Chiefs would have won on that one a bit more than just those 3 points. But listen, I've got a big Dan and Alf's Toulon have upped their performances. Thought Glasgow had that one in the bag. Leinster cruised to victory, but against a much weakened Sale Sharks, who doesn't love a leprechaun. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, look, I got to. Toulon started the season off in the French league really bad.
Yeah.
But they are coming of late. I mean, we saw them play against. Didn't they play against your boys?
They were lucky.
Jesus, there you guys. Fucking looking for excuses. No, but.
I mean, there's no excuse. I just said they were lucky.
Toulon is a big rugby club, man.
That's a big rugby club, yeah.
So we'll see. Let's see. Have a look at the road to Bilbao. Here is Montpellier will take on the Dragons, and Ulster will take on the Chiefs. I don't see a URC team making a final, so I'm going Montpellier against the Chiefs.
I'll go Montpellier against Ulster.
You're going with the Ulstermen, okay? Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you. So that's that. Those games are on the semi-finals are on the 1st of May. 1st and 2nd of May. So we'll be doing the semi-finals. You'll be doing the semi-finals more than me in the evening because I won't be able to on the 1st of May. There you go. Then we go down under there to the Super Rugby Pacifica. A weekend with some crazy results and some great rugby, Vern. I mean, I did the Highlanders against the Brumbies. It was only 10-14, but it was a good game of rugby. It was tight, it was exciting. And the Brumbies have beaten the Highlanders now 6 games in a row. That, some teams have got other teams' number,
Yeah, it just happens.
It's like my Sharks have got the Stormers' number. We always beat the Stormers, but we always lose to the Lions, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Now, then the Moana against the Chiefs one, that was a shellacking.
Yeah, and we got some nice photos in there from.
I'm going to find them.
I showed them on Saturday. On Saturday.
Oh, okay. So they knew. That's good. That's good.
I showed them on Saturday.
Then the Drua. That was a big surprise for me that the Drua pulled off. The Force. No, I thought
I would have gone with the Drua.
Didn't the Force win?
No, Drua won.
Yes. Yeah. And then. The Hurricanes Blues, you did that one. Tell us about that game.
That was one of the best first halves of rugby I've seen in a long time. That was such quick, fast rugby, unbelievable. The Barrett boys against each other. I was crazy. It was fantastic first half. The second half wasn't as good as the first, but the second half the Hurricanes took over the game.
But that Ruben Love is a good player, man.
Huh?
Ruben Love
played fantastically on the 10.
But look at New Zealand. They got the Barretts that can kick the bloody ball. They've got Ruben Love on the 10. They've got Mackenzie out there. They've got an unbelievable lineup, man. People and people in South Africa got to wake up. Bloody we got to be shit scared of New Zealand. I'm telling you, they got a good squad, man.
Always.
And then, this is a surprise to me. A lot of people say not a surprise, but it did surprise me that the Reds beat the Crusaders. You did that one as well, didn't you?
Yes, I mean the Crusaders could have actually won. The Reds should have won this game way higher.
Okay.
They were dropping the ball. It's like a hot potato. They couldn't hold on to it. They dominated the game. I think they were the better squad. They should have won it but way higher, but they left it too late to win that one.
I'm going to say something that a lot of people don't want to hear. The Crusaders missed Scott Barrett. His leadership. You know, all of New Zealand know he's not a great captain. But for the Crusaders, the guy's monster, man.
Yeah.
I think they're missing him. Then, of course, the Waratahs had the week off. Let's have a look at the table quickly. So, Hurricanes out on front ahead of the Chiefs. I think they meet this weekend, right? Chiefs, Hurricanes? Or is it Chiefs, Blues? Oh, I'll tell you in a second.
No,
I've got that
Chiefs,
coming up.
Hurricanes.
Then the Brumbies and the Reds doing well for the Australians there on 4 and 5. Crusaders are officially now in the playoffs. Good, the Waratahs got a game in hand. They could move up a little bit. But I think we've got our playoff teams already. I don't think it changes anymore.
Yeah.
It's just a question who ranks where.
Yeah. The Drua, the Force, and the Pacifica, they're gone.
Look, Moana Pacific, the Western Force, and the Drua, if you put them together, their points, they might make the playoffs.
Not even guaranteed on that one.
No, not guaranteed. Let's have a look what's coming up this weekend. It's the Blues against the Crusaders. I got the wrong... no, it's the Blues against the Highlanders. Sorry about that. I didn't get that one right. Waratahs, Moana. Chiefs against the Hurricanes. That's the big one. We'll be live on this channel. Either Vern or me, depending on the sevens, how that's working out. Brumbies, Drua. So Brumbies will be... I expect them to win that one. And Western Force, Crusaders. That's a tough one for the Crusaders because they're not doing so well this year.
Yeah, but I think they'll have just enough.
Just about enough, eh?
Yeah.
Then, so that is the Super Rugby. Now, before we get to the URC, I want to mention old, not Faf Jones, Faf de Klerk.
Not Faf Jones.
Not Faf Jones. Faf de Klerk is leaving Japan. He's saying sayonara. And he's saying goeiemorgen. And he's going to go play for the Cheetahs.
Yes, but is he staying to the end of the Japanese season, or is he going...
No, only the beginning of next season.
Ah, okay.
So Faf is coming back, but why would he go to the Cheetahs?
I have no idea why you go to the Cheetahs.
There's no URC, there's no European rugby. Well, the Cheetahs do play in the Challenge League automatically, don't they?
Yeah. It's a strange one for me.
It's a strange one, but well, Faf, maybe Faf just likes the Free State and old Bloemfontein,
It's lovely.
Maybe he likes Amsterdam and Bloemfontein.
Yeah.
You just don't know with Faf. You never know. Then what's still coming up this weekend? Of course, we've got to talk URC, baby. Big weekend in the URC. Massive weekend there. Look, Edinburgh, Tebre, no one gives a shit about because they're both not making the playoffs.
No.
Ulster, Leinster. South African teams need Leinster to win this one. Bulls, Dragons. Bulls have got to win in Italy, but it's not going to be easy. The Dragons have been playing well in Wales. The Dragons have been playing well of late. Stormers, Connacht, I expect the Stormers to win at home. The mighty Stormers, I expect them to win by 50. I mean, they've got the world's greatest rugby player in Sasha Feinberg Mongazulu. Listen here, now that's something I want to say. Go to the Investec Championship Cup homepage, right? They are looking for the Investec Cup Player of the Year. And fucking Sasha's one of the nominees.
No.
How the hell does he get a nomination? Bloody, even Ruiz was better than him this season.
Yeah.
Even in those Challenge Cups. How the hell does he even get a nomination?
He didn't do anything in the Sylvester Cup.
I'm telling you now, the TV and these pundit worlds are living up Sasha's arse.
Yeah.
Lions, Warriors, Vern, big game.
That's the game I'm really looking forward to.
That's the one of the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Scarlets, Cardiff, look, doesn't really matter. Cardiff's going to the playoffs in any case because they're the best team from Wales. Benetton, Munster. I would like Benetton to pull up an upset there. I think there could be an upset in that one.
It's possible.
Osprey, Sharks, no one really gives a shit. Except for me, I'd like my Sharks to just keep on winning and you know, they'll keep the dream alive to the last game of the season, and then I'll know they're not going to make the playoffs, you know. Because if you look, there's 4 games to go, right? And if you look at the URC table now, 4 games you can pick up 20 points max. If the Sharks win every game, they get to 53. That must probably get them in the playoffs, but they're going to have to win every game with a bonus point from here on in.
They're not doing that.
Look, the only good thing is Connacht, that is our 9th spot at the moment. I'm going to play the Stormers. I'm going that the Stormers are going to win that, right? Ulster, Leinster, doesn't really matter who wins that one because they're both on top there. The Lions can beat the Warriors. I think the Lions beat the Warriors this weekend. They're in the playoffs.
We'll have to see, Vic.
The Sharks are only going to get in the playoffs if Munster fall out of the playoffs. That's the only hope the Sharks have is catching Munster. They won't catch the Bulls, they won't catch Cardiff, they won't catch the Lions, and they won't catch Leinster or Ulster. So the Sharks can only hope that Munster fall out of the playoffs. And I don't think that's going to happen.
Sharks, forget about the Sharks, they're gone.
Fuck it, no one forgets about the mighty Sharks, the great white Sharks. They're gone, okay, all right. So yeah. But, you know, even the bottom teams this year, I mean, Tebre, Dragons all did well in the Challenge Cup, you know. The Dragons are still in the Challenge Cup. So maybe, you know, maybe they decide that they're going to save some of their players and try to win the Challenge Cup. You never know. Premiership, that's coming up this weekend. Some good games there. Chiefs against the Saints should be a good one. You'll watch that one, I know, for your boy Pollock. Then that's the standing. So, look. Northampton still ahead of Bath by 1 point. I still think Bath will be on top of the table at the end.
Yeah.
And there you go. Newcastle still way at the bottom. Top 14. Which game should we look at? La Rochelle Bordeaux shouldn't be a bad one, Vin.
Castres Toulouse should be a good one.
Toulon will win against Montabo. Toulon.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the cricket, the table there. Toulon, 11th in 11th, Vin. 11th. That shows you the strength of the French league. You can be 11th in the French league and you can still win the bloody Investe Cup.
Yeah, not just that, you beat the first team in the URC away from home.
Exactly, that's you know what I mean.
That's scary.
So that's actually showing you that the URC is not that strong compared to the French league.
Compared to the French league, no.
There you go. There was no games this weekend in Konnichiwa country. But some good games coming up this one. But that Sun Goliath Spears game should be good. And
I still want to do one. I want to see Chelsea in action, man.
I can set that up for you anytime you want.
What time is that? I'll see. Maybe I'll do the Sun Goliath against the Spears, man.
Okay, we'll see. We will see. Standings in Japan. Got to put out a funny table there. Saitama Wild Knights and Brave Lupus Tokyo, they are in the playoffs at the moment. Kobe Steelers and Kabuto Spears are in. Sun Goliath not going to make the playoffs. They're not catching Kabuto Spears and Kobe Steelers anymore. Shukazuka Blue Revs could catch the Brave Lupus, but otherwise I think the playoffs there is quite done there in Japan, Vern.
Well,
you know,
Sun Goliath are playing. It's directly against the Spears, so if they can catch up 5 points,
you're clutching on straws here, my son.
I'm clutching on straws, man.
Then hey, we can't forget the beautiful sex, the woman. There you go. Not that I'm saying I'm not going to say anything. France thrashed Italy in the Six Nations for the women 40-7. England beating Ireland 33-12. And Wales losing in a tight one to Scotland 19-24. The table is irrelevant at the moment because that's the way it is. I'm just seeing. Oh my God! I'm not even reading Andre's comment. That's too dumb.
I saw it. I'm ignoring it.
It's too dumb for me. There you go. Then let's talk about big weekend. Big weekend. Vernon Sevens coming up. I'm just going to put out the pools, not all the games. So in Pool A for the women, you have New Zealand, Fiji, Japan, and Brazil. So that's Fiji and Japan, that's a good one. Brazil will have no hopes in that group, I can tell you that right now. In Pool B, you have Australia, Canada, Great Britain, and the RSA. I think the best chance the box here I've got of winning is maybe Britain, but you're not beating Canada and you're not beating my girlfriend there from Australia. You can forget about that.
No,
and then in Group C, you have the USA, France, Argentina, and España. So that is your woman, all live on this channel. That's why I'm going 72 hours straight. I've changed it from 48 to 72 hours straight. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try.
I'll send you a kebab at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
There you go. Then in the men's side, RSA, Argentina, Spain, and Uruguay in one group. So it's the Afrikaans-speaking country against the 3 Spanish-speaking countries. So we're going to hear a lot of Spanish on the channel here. Que pasa? Let's see if they've got grande culiones. I don't hope so. I think South Africa come out this group easily on top. Then B, Fiji, France, Great Britain, and Deutschland. Deutschland, what? Germany men are in the 7th World Cup.
Oh my goodness, it's going to the dogs, Vic.
I bet you the German team is bringing it.
They must.
They will, because they support their teams that do well, you know. And then in Group C, we have Australia and New Zealand in the same group, together with the Yanks and Kenya. So a good weekend there. I'm going to pick out some of the games. It starts on Friday morning, 3 o'clock, and goes till Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock. That's how the days go. That's a 12-hour. So I might do 12 hours. I don't know. Shoving quickly between some games, shoving the morning show. Then I still got to do the Blues against the Hurricanes and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll see. We will see how it goes. But that is the rugby for today, man. So for all the people in South Africa that took a weekend off, didn't have to cheer for anybody. Nothing happening. Only news that came out of South Africa that Faf is now a cheetah. And otherwise, it was a quiet weekend. Well, the South African club rugby teams are like bloody Spurs and Arsenal, bottle jobs. Talking about bottle, let me have something to drink.
They are, man. It's disappointing, but it's the fact. It's the way it is. It's the norm. I mean, last season I think they were even worse.
Never made a semi-final.
Sad.
Never made a semi-final of the Investor Cup. The Sharks won the Challenge League, which is basically League 2.
Dog shit.
Dog shit. But you sounded like, come on there. It's fact. You want a piece of paper when you want to write down the facts?
Yeah, never mind. Let's bugger off.
No, we can't bugger off. We've got to tell everybody tonight. Tonight, my guys. I'm gonna quickly plug it for you. 1 second. I think I've got it here. Let me go quickly. See if I can get it here. I'm not quite sure. I'll just switch the mode quickly. There you go. You're just gonna see me there for a sec. Oh no, wrong. I didn't get it right. There you go. Morning show. There you go. Man United, baby, against Leeds United. 8:45. Join me and Vern for that one later. That should be a cracking one.
Epic.
Epic battle.
Dirty Leeds.
The Champions League winners of 2027 gonna play against Leeds.
Dirty Leeds.
Dirty Leeds. I would enjoy that. I'll invite you later. I'll be around 8:45. We'll get into that one. We'll see what the lineup's up and everything like that. On Wednesday, in the rugby on Wednesday, we will we'll break down the whole weekend for the URC and which teams. And on Friday, we'll look at the squads and we'll talk a little bit more of sevens. We're going to see how we're going to do that on Friday. Eh? That's me. I'm out. As I would say, goodbye, arrivederci, sayonara, tot ziens, auf Wiedersehen, whatever you want to say. Fuck off. Bye-bye. Cheers.
Ciao, guys.